Oh, the forbearance of the Ides of March. Only in this particular story, it won't be Caesar who's going down. It's the United States of America. Mark this line in American history when Donald Trump truly did two things: completely sold out a sovereign nation and an ally in favor of a dictator, and in doing so, number two in this breaking story, drew a massive gap between the rest of our European allies, wider than the ocean that naturally separates us. It is unbelievable. Wait till you hear what he just said. I'm going to show you that story in a few seconds. Listen to the way J.D. Vance characterizes what Zelensky's supposed to be doing in terms of the negotiations. Take a listen.
The public stuff doesn't matter nearly as much as what are the Ukrainians doing to meaningfully engage on what a peaceful settlement would look like. We need the Ukrainians privately to come to us and say, this is what we need, this is what we want, this is how we're going to participate in the process to end this conflict. That is the most important thing, and that lack of private engagement is what is most concerning to us.
Russian drones attacked towns in northeastern Ukraine overnight. Without American military support, Ukraine will find it harder to fight back. A pause in US aid does not mean a pause in the fighting. Ukraine can keep going, albeit with a depleted arsenal, and Russia will be eager to make the most of this battlefield advantage. Reshaping global conflicts to suit his schedule is now part of Donald Trump's playbook, as he's the one making the rules.
The pausing of this military aid will affect Ukraine's ability to protect the skies in cities like Kyiv, as well as to strike Russian targets deep behind enemy lines. Now, the signing of this mineral deal just might bring America back to Ukraine's aid in a military sense in the future, but it also might not.
Are we picking up the trend here that there's literally no conversation about what Russia is doing to help in the war ever? Nothing at all. And in this breaking story, you're not going to believe what you hear Donald Trump say and what it means for the future based on another law he just ended. Take a listen to this amazing sound from Air Force One by Donald Trump, the U.S. President.
Congratulations on the golf game, sir. Oh, thank you. It was a lot of fun. It's good. It's been a good time. And we learned a lot. We're doing pretty well, I think, with Russia. And we'll see if we have something to announce maybe by Tuesday. I'll be speaking to President Putin on Tuesday. And a lot of work's been done over the weekend. We want to see if we can bring that war to an end. Maybe we can, maybe we can't, but I think we have a very good chance.
What sort of concessions will you be seeking to have Putin make to get a deal done?
Well, I think we'll, be talking about land. It's a lot of land. It's a lot different than it was before the wars, And we'll be talking about land. We'll be talking about power plants. Because that's up, that's a big question. But I think we have a lot of it already discussed very much by both sides.
You'll ask him.
Ukraine and Russia.
You'll ask him.
We're already talking about that, dividing up certain assets. Yeah, and they've been working on that.
First of all, did you catch that he said, we did a lot of work this weekend? That's weird. I'm pretty sure that, as Donald Trump states right here, he was busy off playing golf, claiming that he won his club's championship. But what you'll really notice in this visual right here are the European leaders all standing with Zelensky. And in that video, you heard him say, it's going to be good for both sides. And then he catches himself. Both sides. There's three. Then he mentions Ukraine. This has always been about Donald Trump wanting to be Vladimir Putin and taking this end and squeezing a U.S. ally. For what? Money, power, resources, cash. And on top of that, this is what we'll never know when this presidency is over. Look at the law that Trump just killed. Trump celebrates after killing anti-money laundering law. Donald Trump is excited about one of the Treasury Department's most sinister moves yet. The U.S. government will no longer require shell companies to disclose their owners and beneficiaries, allowing wealthy corporations and individuals to hide their profits from the public. No transparency, no oversight any further for money laundering. I wonder who's going to be doing the money laundering. Going to shell corporations. We'll never know who owns, never know who the recipient is that's going to come out of all of the money made by this Ukrainian deal, not negotiation. Wow. Hang in there, folks. Stay frosty.